Hello and welcome back to another amazing video. This is RALLYTOP Investing. Now in today's video, I want to show you how to trade from the higher time frame and take your entry on the lower time frame. I'm going to show you the confirmation entry that you can use on the lower time frame. Okay, now the confirmation entry I'm going to show to you that you are going to be using on your lower time frame is known as chalk entry model. Now chalk entry model is one of the entry models that we use at RALLYTOP Investing. All right, and I'm going to show you that. I want you to follow me step by step. I'm going to use a trade setup which I posted on our Telegram channel, all right, and of course which I also made a video on during the last episode of our weekly Forex analysis. All right, that is the trade setup that we want to demonstrate this entry model on. Okay, now take a look at the diagram before you. Please take note of this diagram before you. This is the pattern that you are going to look for on your entry time frame. Now remember, your time frame combo should be, if you are a day trader like me, you can use the 15 minutes as your higher time frame and then the 1 minute as your entry time frame. Or you could decide to use the 1H as your higher time frame and the 5M as your entry time frame. That is in case the 15M as higher time frame is too fast for you. Okay, now if you are using the 4H as your higher time frame, then your entry time frame should be the 15M, and if you are using the daily time frame as your higher time frame, then the 1H should be your entry time frame. It is on your entry time frame that you will need to look for this pattern that is before you now. Now I'm going to explain this pattern to you. Now, as you can see, this is a higher time frame point of interest, this one. Assuming that this is a higher time frame point of interest, okay, and price rotates back down and then tap into your higher time frame point of interest, you must be sure that price taps on your higher time frame point of interest. Okay, you may decide to refine your higher time frame point of interest to know the precise point that price is or may likely react off from. Okay, now you must make sure that it taps on your higher time frame point of interest. As soon as price taps on the higher time frame point of interest, you want to move down your lower time frame, that is your entry time frame, and wait for chalk. I've told you I'm going to show to you the chalk entry model. Now we have two types of chalk entry model, but I'm going to show you just one of the two. All right, and you need to pay attention. Now as soon as you scale down to your entry time frame, you want to wait for price to take out the first pullback. This first pullback here, take a look at it. This very first pullback, that becomes your chalk in the market. All right, that's your chalk. Please take note of this. So that's your chalk. Once price takes out chalk, the next thing you need to observe is how the price come into this higher time frame point of interest. If it came to this higher time frame point of interest, all right, and the low that came into that higher time frame point of interest was a candle wick that took out the previous candle low, all right, the previous low, which is your swing low, all right, like this, that is your minor swing low, that is, all right. If it took it out this way, as you seen me mark, all right, and close above it, just as you are seeing it here now. All right, now after this chalk, You don't need to wait for any inducement. All right? You know, we have been talking about inducement, that without inducement, don't enter the market. All right? Now, but in this case, price that came into this higher time frame point of interest took out the swing low of the previous candle, either the candle low or the swing low of the previous structure. All right? And close above it. Once that happens, you don't need to wait for any inducement. All you need to do is to mark your OB, and this will become your OB in the market. It's just to mark this OB, all right, and take trades directly from there. Okay, let me change this to something lighter. Just a minute. Okay, so that becomes your OB on your entry time frame. That is, this becomes your OB. All right, now because price has already swept liquidity here, it doesn't need any other liquidity, so you have to enter direct, and then you begin to move higher with the price. All right, this is a confirmation entry on your lower time frame. Please take note of that. I hope you understand what we have discussed now. Now, I want to now go to the higher time frame. First of all, I told you, before you do any analysis on your chart, you must get to the higher time frame. So I want to get to the daily time frame, but remember this pattern. All right, remember this pattern. So we are going to the daily time frame now, all right, on GBP USD, and then see what the market is doing generally on the higher time frame. All right, very, very important. I'm slow. I'm taking my time to explain this to you so that you can understand perfectly what we are talking about. This is your daily time frame. Okay, now we have been discussing about this pair in the last 3 or so episodes of our weekly forex analysis. Okay, and now we said that this is a high. This is a high. Why is that a high? It is a high because it took out inducement. And where is the inducement here that it grabbed? It took out inducement. And the inducement, we identified the inducement somewhere around here. This is where we identify the inducement. It took out that inducement to confirm this high. All right. Now, remember, our last significant low before this higher high, our last one is still here. This one here. Remember that? We said this was a high because it took out inducement and formed this low. This is the last low. So if price takes it out, like we have been saying in the last 2 or 3 episodes of our weekly forex analysis, we said this will become a change of character, and that change of character actually happened there. All right, and so when that change of character happened, now we started looking, that is, price has been converted from bullish to bearish, so we want to look for bearish opportunities. All right, and now we now identify this low as our low. Why is that? This becomes our low because price has taken out inducement. Has taken out inducement, of course. And where is the inducement here? Well, your inducement that price took out is this one, like we have been saying. All right, so that's your inducement, and price took it out to confirm this low as a valid low. Now, remember, I told you that this is your range high. Let me show that to you now. I've been telling you that this becomes your range high. This, let me just say. Just a minute. This is your range high, and this is your range low. All right, I've told you this several times. Now, I said within this your range high and range low, this your trading range, only 2 point of interest work, only 2 OBs work, and that is your DOB, which is your decisional OB, and then your extreme OB. And I said that because price has taken out inducement already, all right, where is your DOB here? Now, we identify this as our DOB. This one was the one we identified as our DOB. Okay, this was our DOB. All right, and as you can see, that DOB, okay, let's that DOB price came into it. I told you this is your DOB, all right, and then your extreme OB is here. Just like I told you, only two OBs work on your trading range, and your extreme OB is this one. Remember, I told you why I mark only these two OBs as the OB we should be looking at to take trade from. All right, I told you that. Now let me reduce. Remember, I told you that. So these are the only two OBs, because all the your order flow, all the order flow here, all right, have been mitigated. Only these two point of interest is what we look into. Now, I told you that your DOB is a low probability point of interest, but your extreme OB is a high probability point of interest. This extreme OB is a high probability point of interest, but this one is a low probability point of interest. And as you can see, price actually came into this DOB and reacted. All right, and when it reacted, remember in our last episode of our weekly forex analysis, I told you that if price now gets to this this OB here, I told you that we are looking at this OB here. If price taps on this OB and gives us any reaction, all right, we'll be more than happy to go long from that point, because I explained this thing so many times in the previous episodes of our weekly forex analysis. I said because price is free. Price is free. I've told you this several times. Price is free to travel. All of this area is your trading range. So price is free to travel back up to this point and tap on this extreme OB before coming down. All right, and as you can see, this is what happened here. Just like we said, I said if price taps on this daily time frame demand zone, we'll be more than happy. If it gives us any reaction, any lower time frame confirmation, we'll be more than happy to take price higher to that extreme OB that I just showed to you now. All right, this extreme OB here, I've told you that one. So now, as you can see, price did not come to this our daily demand zone. All right, but price reacted off of something here and started going up to take out this DOB. All right, so this DOB could not hold price to continue to go down to take out this major structure low here. All right, now that is the picture on the daily time frame, but on the 1 hour time frame, let us see what happened here. Where did price react to from here to begin to go long? All right, so we go to our 1 hour time frame, and then we can see what happened there. Now, this is our 1 hour time frame. This is our 1 hour time frame. Okay. Now, on this 1 hour time frame, let's look at some structures here. Now, minor structure is this. Let me show that to you so that you can understand. As you can see, this high, all right, is confirmed as 1 hour high. That is your internal structure high. This high is confirmed as a 1 hour high when it took out inducement. And where is the inducement here? Inducement was taken out here. Take a look at it. Like we said in our previous weekly forex analysis, or the last weekly forex analysis, this is your inducement. Price took it out. All right, and where is your decisional OB or DOB after price took out inducement? Remember, this is the demand zone that we marked on the daily time frame, and you can as well, I said to you, this demand zone can be refined. All right, and this is the refinement of that daily demand zone, this one. Okay, that is the only refinement we can have on this daily demand zone. Now, but remember, after price took out inducement, you need to mark out your DOB. And where is your DOB here? This is your DOB. All right, and this is, we discuss about this. All right, this is your DOB. Okay, so we are waiting for price to come and tap on that DOB. If it gives us any reaction, then we'll be more than happy to take trade higher from this DOB. Otherwise, if this DOB fails, then we need to wait for price to come into this higher time frame, this daily time frame point of interest, and perhaps tap on this refined OB of this 1 hour time frame. All right, now, so let's stretch this DOB out and wait for price to come into it. Remember, I posted this in our on our Telegram channel, and as you can see, price tapped into this DOB and reacted. All right, now this is the point where I want to show to you how to take lower time frame entry using chalk entry model, all right, to capitalize on any trade. All right, now take a look at this point where price tapped into. Where did price first tap into? Now let's look at this. I think price first tapped into this point, this one. I think so. That's where price first tapped into. But let's get to the this is 1H. Now let's get to the 5M. All right, this is where price first tapped into this 1H DOB. Remember, this is a DOB and this is your extreme OB. All right, so now let's get to the 5M and see what is happening there. See where we could have taken advantage of this market. So this is the 5M time frame now, and this is the DOB that we marked on the 1H. Now from this point, we want to do something. Price has tapped into this 1H DOB, but we need to refine this DOB because this is too large. All right, if you want to take trade based on this, is too large. And more so, as price has tapped into this DOB, this is not going to be the final point that price will tap into. We need to know the precise point that price is most likely to react off from within this 1 hour DOB. All right, and therefore we want to refine it. So let's do the refinement first of all before we do any other thing on this. Let's do the refinement. Okay, so let's look at the refinement of this OB here. Okay, here we are. Okay, now take a look. Look at this candle here. Let's first of all mark this from the extreme. Look at this. Price took out this previous candle's low. This one, it took it out. Can you see that? It took it out. That tells you that this candle was used to sweep the liquidity that was resting up below this previous candle's low. Can you see that? And now after that, price closed above it. So this is we can take what is known as hidden OB. This is our hidden OB here. From this point, this is our hidden OB. Let me show that to you. If you don't know what we mean by hidden OB, all right, then you need to drop a comment. You need to drop a comment in the comment section. If you want me to do a video on hidden OB, you can let me know in the comment section. All right, so that's the first OB refinement that we will look to take trade from. And then the second one is this one. Take a look at this. This candle took out this previous candle's low. All right, it swept the liquidity and then closed above it, and the next candle, can you see that? Close above that one. So this is also a valid point of interest. All right, these 2 points of interest, refined OBs within this 1H DOB. All right, so if price reacts off of any of them, then we'll be more than happy to take price higher from there. But we need price to come into any of these refined OBs. Reason being that this 1 hour DOB is too large. All right, it's too large. So we want a refinement of this OB. So let's continue to see where. Okay. Okay, so these are the 2 areas we want to see any reaction. All right, we are not interested in taking trade from here because we know that price will still go deeper. All right, now let's look at this. Let's play price and see what's going to happen here. Let's just play price and see what is going to happen. If price taps into this first one, this is like a DOB itself. All right, 5M DOB, and this is the extreme. If price taps on this and gives us any reaction, that is give us that pattern that I showed you when we first started. That's the pattern you are going to be looking out for. All right, if price gives us that pattern, then we'll be more than happy to take trade from there. Okay, I want you to understand that. So let's continue to play price and see. Okay, so look at that. We've gone too far. We've gone too far. Now look at this. Price came into this first refined OB and did not react. No reaction. Now, but remember, we are still on course because it took out with candle wick. All right, if it gives us any confirmation here, we will take the trade. But as it is now, this DOB, this 5 minutes DOB is still valid. Why? Because it took it out with a candle wick. It didn't close below it. It is when it closes below it that it nullifies this point of interest. All right, and therefore let's continue to play price and see. Okay, as you can see, it took out that low. It closed below this a very refined OB here and came straight into this. I think it came straight into this. Yes, it came straight into that one. All right, so this one is nullified because price has closed below it, so we can remove that. This is the one we can work on. All right, now when price tapped into this one, remember this is your higher time frame 1 hour DOB, and this is the refined version of this 1 hour DOB. All right, now so this is where price tapped into our point of interest. Now the first pullback is your chalk. Is your chalk. This one is your chalk. This is the one. Okay, that's your chalk in the market. If price now takes out this high, it means it has given us indication that price is ready to go higher. All right, now but remember, how did price tap into this? Take a look. Price created this low, all right, and went back up. It pulled back up before coming down to take out this low. How did it take out that low? Is it with a candle body close or with a wick? Very, very important. All right, as you can see, it took it out with a candle wick, meaning that this candle, this bearish candle, swept. The smart money used this candle to sweep the liquidity that was resting below this previous structure low here. Can you see that? It swept that liquidity and closed above it. Can you see that? Now, so if price now goes up to take out this high, this will become your chalk, change of character. And as price is coming back down, you don't need to wait for any inducement, because why? Liquidity has already been taken here. Okay, liquidity has already been taken here. So all you need is to enter direct, but you need to identify your OB on the 5 minutes. All right, now we are going to wait to see our OB on the 5 minutes. Let's continue to play price and see what's going to happen. Now take a look at what happened here. Take a look at what happened. Where is your OB here? Where is your OB? Now this is supposed to be your OB, this one. But if you look at this OB now, the next candle took it out. All right, now if we transfer this very OB to this next one, as you can see, this one is already mitigated, and we want imbalance. We want fair value gap. All right, we need fair value gap. Okay, and therefore we will now transfer from this candle to this next one so that we can have fair value gap. All right, and therefore this becomes your OB in the market. This one. Why is it your OB? Now your original OB is this one, but this candle has already been taken out by this one. Okay, and if we move this OB to this one, if we transfer it to this one, the next candle has already mitigated it. Okay, this candle has already mitigated it. So the next candle that we can transfer to is this one. That's why. All right. So this is your OB now. You want price to come and tap into that OB for you to go higher, and therefore we want to go long. So here is how we take this trade from here. This is our long position. We want to place our long position there. And where do you place your stop loss? Your stop loss will be here, below this low, below this point of interest. Why? Because this low price can come to react off of this low. So that's your this is your stop loss now. All right, it's your stop loss, and as you can see, your stop loss is very minimal. All right, it's very minimal. So your stop loss is about how many pips? About 7 pips stop loss, which is okay, very okay. So where do you take your profit here? Now you need to target the 1H high. Let's get back to the 1H and see. Let's see from here. The 1H high, that's where you will target your 1H high. This is your 1H high. Where is it? This one is your 1H high, so you can target here. All right, this is where you will target as your take profit. But once price takes out the first structure here, if it takes out this structure, you move your stop loss to break even. All right, once it takes out this structure, you move your stop loss to break even. Okay, I hope you understand what we are saying. So now this is your ultimate target. Where is it? Let's see the ultimate target. So this is your ultimate target, guys. This is your ultimate target. All right, and that will give us about 9 RR. All right, can you see that? That's your ultimate target. Now this is this point. When price gets to this point and close above it, you can decide to begin to trail your stops. Trail your stop. Remember, our goal is for price to get to the extreme OB on your 1H. Where is that extreme OB? Remember that price must get to that extreme OB on your 1H time frame. You remember that OB that we mark? So that is how this thing is done. All right, but when price gets to this 1 hour high, you can take partials. You can begin to trail your stops. It's allowed. All right, but for now, let's play price and see whether it will go our direction. Now let's get to the 1H time frame to make this thing faster. Let me get to the 1H time frame so that it can be faster, so that we know whether we are still in the trade or not. Okay, let's get to the 1H time frame. Okay, so it will be faster on the 1H time frame. So as you can see on the 1H time frame, it has already hit our take profit here. Can you see that? It hit that high. All right, that we mark. Oh, that was not even the high of the 1 hour time frame. This is the high. Sorry, this is the high, not this one. This is the high. This is the high. Sorry, this is the high of the 1H. Look at this high. That's the high. And price went straight into that high and hit our target. All right, and even went above it. Like I said, you could have scaled in. I mean, you could have what did I say? You could have trailed your stops to get a bigger risk to reward. Here you have 19.82 RR. Crazy guys. That's how to use it. your lower time frame confirmation. That's how to use it. Now, if you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section, and I will be more than happy to attend to your questions. And if you want to know how to actually trade like this, you want to cut you want to really cut short your learning curve, you can take advantage of our promo that is going on now for our private course. We are giving out our private course at a ridiculously low price, just $50. All right, and this is only valid for the month of November. So please hurry now and take advantage of it. Stop gambling. You can decide to become part of our VIP community and cut short your learning curve. All right, now if you also want to be taking high probability trade setups on daily basis, we do post them on our Telegram channel, so you can become part of our Telegram, part of the family on the Telegram channel. It is completely free. I'm going to leave the link in the description. The link also to our VIP community, the promo that we are running right now. Okay, I will also leave the link in the description. And please, if you have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so just immediately and become part of the family, and turn on the notification so that anytime we publish a new video, you'll be the first to be notified. And please give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. We need your thumbs up so that the YouTube algorithm can advertise this video to more people, so that they too can learn from what you are learning from this video. All right guys, I see you in our next educational video.